Hey everyone, this is Elemental Tarot. Thanks for tuning in. With this video, I'm going to be doing a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising for end of January 2020. My decks are already pre-shuffled, so let's get into this. So, starting off your reading, our bottom line is the Nine of Rods. The center of the reading is Justice, clarified by the Magician, and on one side you have the Eight of Discs and the Chariot, and on the other side you have the Five of Rods and the Six of Cups. Whatever you're going through, you definitely are being really defensive about it. This has a lot to do with whatever defense you're putting up. You need a lot of balance, and you're trying to get to that. You are manifesting that. You're working on pushing forward, and whatever you're dealing with from the past, it is bringing you a lot of conflict, just a lot of inner dispute. So that's why I think you're working on pushing forward to find that balance that you apparently are trying to create. So let's get into some clarifications. Okay, can we clarify the Nine of Rods? Okay. So whatever you're being defensive about, I feel like you're just trying to stand strong. Because the Nine of Rods is being clarified by the Three of Wands, the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever you're sitting here and putting up your guard for, it's coming around. Whatever you're standing your ground on, it's coming around, and you have a really, really nurturing energy coming your way. You just gotta be patient with it. You are waiting around for this. You're not taking no for an answer here. Let's clarify the Justice and the Magician. Justice and the Magician. I feel like you're trying to cut things out to find balance. And so you really are getting pretty into it with this whole purging energy. And it's been going on for a lot of people, not just you, Aries, but I feel like you really are being active with this. You really are taking initiative. And, so whatever you've got going on, it has a lot to do with this conflict from the past. More than likely a breakup. And it's kind of opened up a lot of things that you didn't really feel like the relationship these things that came up from whatever conflict you've had in the past, these don't necessarily have to deal with the relationship itself, more so showing this relationship, this conflict kind of showed you some things about you that you need to work on. Right here you have, so the Justice card and the Magician is being clarified by the Hermit, the Six of Swords, and again the Five of Wands. So whatever conflict this is, you really need to do a lot of soul searching, a lot of really, really deep, I want to say soul searching, but, you really got to start being honest with yourself and start diving down deep into things that you need to reflect on. Because you do have a bit of baggage that you know is weighing you down. It's just you don't know how to get rid of it just yet. And it's really heavy right now because of this conflict from the past. Okay. So let's clarify the Six of Cups and Five of Rods. Yeah, whatever conflict you've had, it really does hurt, it looks like, because it's come up twice. Okay. I feel like you're disappointed with how this conflict, affected you. You have a lot of charging forward, but realistically, this is more charging forward with duty and cutting things out and making life simpler. You know, whatever you went through wasn't healthy. You really are trying to balance yourself out, and honestly, I think you're done with the bullshit. You really are working on a lot of things, and it's showing like it's coming to an end. But you are being offered something, and you're not taking it. You're not really paying attention to it. You're kind of stuck in this energy of being hurt over what you're cutting out. Can we clarify what this Four of Cups? What is Aries? What is Aries not seeing with this offer? What is Aries not? Okay. Ooh, I like this. So you are being offered something that is pretty stable. You really are taking a step back to analyze things so then you can come grounded and invest into something that's worthwhile that has to do with love. What you're not seeing is the fact that you can love. Whatever this previous conflict was, there is a way out, but I think you need to take a step back and look at everything and kind of work on yourself right now. So then, however this pans out, you can get a stable new beginning that, you're choosing not to see right now. So, Eight of Discs and the Chariot. Can you clarify the Eight of Discs and the Chariot? Ooh, I like this. Oh. Okay. So you have the Eight of Discs and the Chariot being clarified by the Queen of Discs, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So I think that both of these queens are you. You're just ready to be at that level. You really want to push forward and work on yourself. I think that when you do, you will be open enough to invest into something stable with this King of Discs over here. But until then, you have to be stern and you have to sit here and cut some serious shit out. In order to feel like you can give a cup of love and take that action. But you're not going to get that new beginning until you find balance. I'm going to ask about your love interest because I feel like there's some serious shit that just needs to be worked through with you, and this probably has a lot to do with this relationship, but I think that this relationship that you've gone through kind of opened up a lot of things that you need to work on in yourself. And you're really not gonna get out of this, you know, feel like you've been stagnant and you're trying to push forward. And so I'm gonna see what's up with Aries love interest. What's up with this conflict that keeps on coming up? King of Swords, Four of Rods, and the Star. So whoever you're dealing with, they've got a sharp tongue too, and they've got to start figuring out their own thing, you know? But what you did have, you know, it really was a dream come true. But I don't... Okay, let's clarify this. I don't... They definitely don't hate you. There's other things that are going on, you know, that they've got to work on themselves because, like, whatever you guys had was really special. But whoever you're dealing with is cutting a lot of shit out. And you just gotta let them be. So let's clarify. King of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Star. Yeah, they really did see, you know, a good, solid connection with you. Just a heads up. I hope this isn't offensive to anyone. Yeah, but whatever, they really don't know what to do with this, and so they're really putting up a serious guard. They're hurt. You know, mind, body, and soul is not balanced with them, and they really don't know what to do. They're just stonewalling you. So, what's in Aries' near future? Okay. Oh. So, in your near future, honestly, something physical is coming to the forefront. But I feel like you're going to really kind of take a step back and see what's going on. You know, you're starting to see this bigger picture, and so you just want to see how everything pans out with this new beginning. I don't think you're going to rush into it foolishly. And with the Page of Rods, it is a passionate energy. But I don't feel like you're going to jump into it, you know, full force, head first. I feel like you're going to kind of study it a little bit. But let's get some clarity on the 7 of Discs, the 1 of Discs, and the Page of Rods. Yeah. So I feel like you're going to you might get a new beginning with this person that you've been dealing with. Something physical. But you really need to work on, whatever pain you've been going through, because until you work through that, you really have to be honest with yourself. Until you actually work through that, you're not going to get that new beginning, and it's just going to fall apart again. And that kind of energy, it's just not pleasant. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to finish off with some basic advice from Spirit. Ooh. Advice from Spirit. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I actually really like the Devil card, especially in this deck. It's called the Horned One. The meaning for this card is more dealing with untamed energies rather than writing something off as easily as toxic. You do have the Devil card in a second advice from Spirit with both decks. So, on the one hand, you really need to reflect on yourself with whatever you're starting to realize with things that are popping up. Oh, I'll grab that in a second. Because you want to come forward with something to bring to the table. But you really need to see what you've sown. So, hold on. And with this, you are working on something. It is a very very special thing to you. You are looking at the bigger picture and you're seeing what you need to work on. So, it's just going to take some time. But you know it's worth it. Okay? That concludes my video. Thank you, and if you enjoyed and would like to watch more, I'm Elemental Tarot. Please subscribe, like, share. Thank you. Have a good one.